Alright friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Look how great these figures look. I can't wait to show you how awesome they are once we get them all unboxed and opened. And wow, they just look so great. And look at this Clayface, oh my goodness. So here's Two-Face, and we have all of our set here, all of our figures. And so guys, if you've not subscribed already to our channel, please subscribe below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell next so you can get notified every time we have a new video or post. And let us know what you think in the comments below. We want to talk to you. So guys, why don't we get started right now? Alright friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. I can't wait to get these open. Look how incredible these all look. This is the DC Multiverse set that is the Collect and Connect Clayface. It's so incredible. I want to show you exactly how great these look. And look, in this set, there's Superman, there's Batwoman, we have Jessica Cruz as Green Lantern. Isn't that awesome? We have Two-Face, and then we have Martian Manhunter, and of course they all build Clayface. Got a little excited there and said it way too soon. So why don't we get started? Let me set these aside and let's get started here with our Superman, right? So let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in on this. And let me just say, they look incredible. The package is gorgeous, and you know, something different than Marvel Legends obviously is it has the figure big over here, and then it has smaller over here, the whole set. So that's definitely different instead of having the big figure here, but it does have the write-up right here on top. And let's take a look. DC Rebirth Superman. The Man of Steel must balance protecting the new world while raising his son John Kent. Interesting, huh? So, let's get this bad boy open. Let's take a look. Look how great this Clayface is gonna look, and look at how great these other figures are gonna look. So, I will say this was not as easy as opening a simple Marvel Legends. Well, the Marvel Legends have this single little tape on the side. These Multiverse have tape here, and tape on both these sides. And then it's tucked in really neatly like an arrowhead here. You see how it makes like a diamond almost? And it's difficult to pull this out without tearing it. Look, it starts happening. And I'll say that, yeah, so just be careful when you open it if you don't want to rip the package wide open. Take a look at this. Alright, so, look how great this looks. So amazing. Let's get this Superman on out here. And, wow, look at this. Doesn't that look amazing? Look how huge this arm is gonna be. This Clayface is gonna be ridiculous. So check out this awesome cape. This is not a cloth cape, but a plastic cape. The last figures we had from DC had cloth capes, right? So let's pull this Superman on out of here. Ooh, maybe we should bend the arms because he's not just coming out readily. Him out by the head. He's definitely in here good. Push the cape out. There we are. And wow, he looks awesome. And we'll get to this in just a second. So let's bring this big old Clayface arm out. Look how ridiculously big this is. Wow, look at this. Rotates. Has this ridiculous rotating arm right here. Look at that. That looks super cool. We'll have to take a look at that. So we'll set that aside. Wow. And take a look at these Superman hands right here. Guess we'll pop them out from back here. Let's take a look at that, because traditionally we have Superman going like this to fly, right? Interesting though that it has this line across it, but whatever. And let's take a close look at this amazing Superman. You know what, let me bring the camera just a little bit closer. So, this Superman has a gorgeous design. I like this little Superman hair flip right here. He looks a little, like, agitated. Interesting, there's like a spring or something on the head. or at least it pops back like there is. So we've got good face detail. You know, decent hair going right here. You can definitely see some design. It's a cool cape going. I wonder if it comes off. Or I wonder if it's just permanently affixed. Should be permanently in there. So it looks like it's reinforced right there, right? Let's see what about... It's got good tight ab crunches. Different than the Marvel Legends is it just feels tight and like, I guess I can't really say smooth, but it's not like a clicking one. So let's see, these arms definitely, well, you want to support it here on the shoulder still. They move nice in here, they're nice and tight. Move here in the bicep, and we have a single joint elbow. It's very different than the Marvel Legends. Look at that. Very different. See how it comes through the hinges in the inside. So that's different. And then the wrist, does it go back and forth? I'm not sure. I can't tell. I'm going to push it a little bit to see if it does. And I'm not sure. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it just spins around. So that's different. And let's see. From over here, same thing. Let's just say this is a mirror image, right? Make sure you support the elbow still, even though it's got that, because it started coming forward when I bent it. So make sure you do that. So Superman definitely looks awesome. Let's see, these shoulders move pretty well. The biceps and the detail on the arms look pretty good. And look, here we're gonna have him flexing. Look at my muscles. They are big. So, let's see, we should turn at the waist. I'm turning him as hard as I can, and he's not turning, and I don't want to crack a piece of him off. So, I don't know why he's not turning. Maybe he's not supposed to turn, but my guess is he is supposed to turn. So, I don't want to crack him in half. Alright, so, I didn't get him to turn. We have double joints at the knees, right here. So that's pretty good. We have the mobility here. Looks like we got pretty good mobility. It turns right there in the high part of the thigh. And the ankle goes back and forth. It does not go side to side. And it doesn't turn here either. So you have to move this whole thing to move the leg. It does not have this pivot. So that's what it's missing. It does feel pretty good and smooth when it moves. You still want to support the joints, but it moves pretty well. I like the detail, the muscle detail. That looks good. I like the paint finish. That looks awesome. This looks like veiny muscles, but I think it's just by accident. This is the cool design from the Rebirth. So it's not like he has orange underwear. Man, I still want him to turn at the waist. That's kind of unfortunate if he doesn't. But let's see. The reason why he moves like this and like this is because of the waist movement. The legs feel a little bit looser than I would have liked like that. But yeah. Compared to the rest of his body, his legs look a little thin, don't you think? Looks like he skipped leg day. So, let's see if we can pop the hand out. It does not bend forward, you'll see that. And we can put these hands on. I wonder if these, I can go. There we go. That's about as far back as we can move the head. It moves a little bit down. Does not move really far back, but look. That we can definitely have flying, right? So we can be like, okay, so that looks pretty good. You know, I'll say that. And then he's got his karate chop action right there. So I'm really digging this. He looks awesome. His cape looks great. Look at that Superman symbol. Let's see. His cape's a little heavy, so it's gonna be harder to stand him up. I will say that. So you probably have to lean him forward a little bit, get him a good center of balance. And that looks pretty awesome. What do you think? So guys, let's you know what? Let's see what the other hand looks like, just because. Oops. Got a little overzealous there. Let's see. Up and at 'em, right? Up and at them. Alright, so it's kind of old-fashioned-y. Let's see. You can still like up and away. And let's put the other hands back. See how that looks. It's gonna be flying, right? Except his head doesn't really go back. Otherwise, you know, he still looks great. I'll say that. Let's have him put up his dukes, and let's just have him stand, and we'll set him right over here. What do you think? Boom! Looks great. Alright, so let's move on. Next, we have Batwoman. And this one looks so awesome, looks super cool. Look at this package, looks great. And let's see what it says back here. Batwoman must return to the darkest place of her past to prevent the spread of the new bioweapon, Monster Venom. So, clearly it's not our Build-A-Figure Monster Venom, who is incredible, but it's a different Monster Venom. Alright, let's get this open. Once again, be careful when pulling here. Look, it's always about to tear. So, carefully open that. Let's get this open here. Let's slide this right on out of her. And voila! We have Clayface's head. Look at that. Let's pop this out. Ooh, it's really good in there. Oh. Yeah, just shove that bad boy out of there. And cool, look, it opens. And he's got teeth in the back. Oh my gosh. That is sick looking. Look at that pig nose. Like, anyway, that looks really cool. And let's get Clayface's waist here. Wow, this is really light. I thought it was going to be pretty heavy, considering how it looks. Alright, and set that aside. And we have, let's see, let's get her out of here. Batwoman. Bend her legs out. Like pushing forward a little bit. Let's push this forward a little bit and pop her head out. And let's get her arms on out of there. Boom. Bent the elbows a little bit so I can push them out easier. Alright. So, I'm digging this head with this mask. It's just the hair kind of restricts the head from moving too much because you have to lean the chin down to move it. Otherwise, you know, it looks pretty cool. It's got enough of a gap there. It's got a beautiful paint detail. Definitely looks good. Let's see. You can bend the elbows. How much? You know, a decent amount compared to like a Marvel Legend. Almost to the 90-degree angle. We've got a smooth shoulder going. And it moves under the ribs like a Marvel Legend. Look at that. So that looks pretty good. Alright, I definitely am digging this mask and the eyes and the way they did the lipstick. So it's got a good head on it right there. Good bat symbol. Cool how this is attached here. So it looks nice and reinforced. It says DC Comics back here. Alright, cool. This belt looks like it's attached, even though it's not attached everywhere. It looks like it's glued here. So that's kind of cool because I definitely didn't want it moving around like it does with some of the Marvel Legends. Looks like this is the only way to move it. It doesn't move at any waist. It moves up here, high on the thigh. It looks like it does get pretty good articulation. It's got double joint at the knee. It's actually a little looser here than I thought it would be. So is this one. It's not super tight, but still has great movement. And then the ankles do move back and forth. I think they only turn on accident, not on purpose, and they don't pivot. So, once again, they're a little loose opening right here on the thighs. I didn't like that in the in the Superman. I don't really care for it here, but these do have wrists that go back and forth. So that's cool, especially since there's no accessory extra hands. And this one has an open hand, yet it doesn't have anything to put in that open hand. Curiouser and curiouser. Look at that. Okay, we got an extra head here that I'm not feeling. Not digging this short-haired look. So I'm digging this extra long, cool hair with this mask and this face, and yeah, no. This one is way better, so we're just gonna toss this one right back up and right here. And we're gonna celebrate how cool this one looks Alright, way to go, Batwoman. Boom. We'll have her getting ready to really knock some bad guys around. She's like, come on. Let's go toe to toe. Let's have her have like a more dynamic pose and stance. Getting low. Boom. Look at that. Let's get her just a little bit more crouching. That way she can get some good leverage. And let's turn her head just a little bit. Boom. How does this look? Yep. I think that looks great. What do you think? Alright, guys. So, let's move on. Let me move this just a smidge. Alright. So next, we have Jessica Cruz. This is a Green Lantern, right? And this looks kind of cool. This accessory stuff right here. That looks awesome. This art looks great. And did I mention these are on Mattel? Because if I haven't, Mattel, we love you. You're super awesome. So let's get this open right here. This great artwork. And before I get it open, I always get overzealous. Jessica Cruz, the newest Green Lantern, must overcome the ring's influence and her fears to rise as the hero she's meant to be. Alright, and in Spanish it's Linterna Verde? I didn't know that. Well, whatever. Cool. Alright, so let's get this open. And let's see, this one I was able to get just a little bit better without tearing. So let's get that open right here. Boom. And look at this ridiculous Clayface legs. Interesting. So he's gonna have short legs like the Venom one. Alright, let's see how great this looks. Let's set this aside. Boom. And let's take these Clayface legs out. Wow, look at these stumpy little legs. Alright. It does swivel. Doesn't fully pivot, but cool. Doesn't turn. Look at this stubby knee. This turns, so that looks really cool. Set that aside. Set this one aside. Just basically a mirror image almost. See if I can get to go back and forth without pinching me. There we go. Had to kind of unlock the magic. Look at that. Pile of Clayface. And wow, this one looks great. Alright, let's pop her on out of here. Let's bend her elbow like this and push it up. Same thing here. And let's pop her head on out. Boom! Fell right on that. And let's get her little lantern right here so she can recharge, right? Where's her ring? Just kidding. Alright, so let's take a look. She looks super cool. Alright, let's take a look here. Look at this Green Lantern symbol right here in her eye. She's got, you know, cool flowing hair. Got a touch of color. Look at lips, face. We have one eyebrow. That looks really cool. Looks like a very similar, if not the same, body mold that Batwoman had. We have similar arm movement here. Looks like this one is not even 90-degree angle, but has a little lip right here. That's interesting, I guess, just to hold it from moving that far in. The wrist does go in and out also. We have that ring. Let's see if there's more detail than just what we think here. There's a slight amount of detail for the Green Lantern. And then this one, you know, her arms aren't really moving in all that much. Like, they're still not a full 90-degree angle. So that's unfortunate. Let's see, this hand's open too. But this one looks like it can hold this lantern right here, right? Let's have her like, there we go. Cool, that looks awesome. Look at the Green Lantern symbol right here. That looks super awesome. It moves right here under the rib cage. So moves really high in the thigh. We got the double joints like we're used to here. Looks like you have to bend it like that so you can get a full bend right there. Does not swivel here. Does go back and forth. So you got to get it jump started again, right? Ah, there we go. And so same thing here. There you go. And the boots look pretty cool. It'd be nice if it did move right here like a Marvel Legend instead of just right here, because since we can't move the ankle and we can't move this, that means the legs always in its entirety, like, has to be straight like that. So it's not terrible, it's just unfortunate. And then these, I'm not liking, like, this is the only downfall I'm really finding. Besides that, I can live with all that, but it's like so loose here that your figure starts to go whoa, whoa, whoa. So that's not what I'm looking to happen. But either way, let's see if we can get her to recharge her dilly bop right here and be like, I'm gonna be recharging this right here. And let's get her to stand like super cool and tall and proud, right? Let's get her like, boom. Alright. So that I'm digging. If I can get it to stand. And then what about all this great stuff? You know, it would have been nice for her to oh, look, it needs like this to be cut. So where's my little scissors? Got a little plastic piece right there. So it would have been nice if they would have included a form of some sort, like that she built with her mind in the ring. Wouldn't that have been cool? Whether it's a hammer or something else, doesn't matter. Like, my imagination's not going super well right now, but a hammer would have been, whoa, would have been good enough. A guitar, catapult, a TV, anything that was green, and not just these little energy looking things. Let's see. Do I need to cut the last one out? Yeah, why not? And let's get this bad boy going. There we go. Cool. We'll set this aside right over here. And look at all this. They have like a green and yellow effect going. That's really cool. Like green on one side, yellow on the other. And so how do I do this? Do I just wrap it around her and have this stuff kind of just going? And am I supposed to wrap it around so it comes off her arm? I would assume, right? Look. That looks pretty cool, right? Let's put this one around. Let's see. Let's have this one coming around the arm. That looks really cool. Let's see if I can get this to be even cooler. Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. I don't know. We can throw these just about anywhere. On the arms, on the legs, you know, whatever. Coming off of the lantern, you know. That actually looks really cool. Let me set her up right here, like, boom. Let me see if I can get her to stand up without having to lean on that thing. Oops. There we go. That looks really cool. Except she's leaning because of her hips. Let's see if we can get her to not lean so much. That looks really cool. Let's hit that right there. I think that looks awesome, actually. Super awesome. Let's get a close-up real quick. That looks so great. Awesome. Alright, so let's move next. We have Two-Face. Look at Two-Face. This Two-Face looks really cool. This is Harvey Dent, right? The night's always darkest before the dawn. Look at that. Looks super awesome. Let's see what it says. With Harvey Dent and Two-Face plotting against each other, the question of who will triumph is still at large. Super awesome. Digging it. Let's get this bad boy out. And look, it started to straight up tear. So be careful in pulling this out. Don't rip it. If you want to, keep it. Oh no! That's exactly what I said not to do. No, Mama, no! Let's see. Let me see if I can not tear it any worse. Look at that. The next one I'm gonna open differently. You'll see. Alright, and let's take a look at this Harvey Dent. Got two guns, cool. Alright, and look at this huge Clayface body. Set this aside. Wow, and look. It's got a little ab crunch action going right there. Cool. So clearly we go like this. But I don't know if we want to put the arm first. I don't know. I guess we're going to find that out, right? Set that aside. And look, we have a coin. Heads I win, tails you lose, basically. And otherwise, two closed hands to have the guns. So let's pop this bad boy out. And I think it looks really cool. Pop this bad boy out of here. Let's get these guns. Man, these are really solidly in here. And let's pop these hands up. Well, I guess I only need one. I don't need both hands because they're both left hands. Alright, cool. So let's take a look at this. This cool jacket. Looks like we can take it off, but then he's going to have purple sleeves still, so there's not much point to that. So this turns here and here and here. So that's kind of cool. And interestingly enough, it's like this. That's different. Alright, it's got this little like hinge that is exposed. That's very different. It bends to not even a 90-degree angle, so that's unfortunate again. It's cool that this tie is loose. It's soft. He does crunch a little bit at the abs and does move side to side here. Look, he can do the Macarena. I'm just kidding. Alright, so he's got a really cool face. Look at that. I think that looks awesome, actually. Look at that. It's actually kind of spooky. Alright, let's tuck that tie back in there. That looks awesome. Look at that belt. It's got good detail. This one's full of different type of mobility and hinges. It's definitely tighter here to move like that. He moves down here on the low part of the quad instead of the thigh, and then bends interestingly here with a single joint. It's tight here. So look at that. This is very different. And let's see. I guess he barely moves at the ankle forward a little bit. Look at these nice shoes though. I wish I had shoes like this, nice and shiny. Cool. So this is very different than the other figures, and I'm assuming it's because of the clothes, but anyway, definitely got different hinges and mobility and so on. So look, here's the hand. This middle finger looks a little awkward. Looks like it's broken here. It's not like, because nobody's finger naturally just goes like that unless it's something's wrong with it. But either way, if it weren't for that, this would look really cool. See, look, maybe it's just shoving forward and it shouldn't be. Otherwise, you know, it's cool. Yeah, maybe it's not supposed to be like that. Maybe it's just because the plastic was pushed in. So I'm gonna put this back over here. And then let's see what the guns look like. Let's pop this gun right in here. Oh, the fingers are soft. And look, wow, it's open to where right there the trigger would be, so that you don't have to jam a finger in there. So that's cool. So I do like the way this looks. Let's zoom out. It's thumb's a little awkwardly down, but because I can't move it to a 90-degree angle, it's a little awkward the way he's holding these guns. Look at that. Unless I have him do 2 sideways kill shots, because otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, we can't get his arm all the way in to have it shooting straight, and then he's already at an angle with the gun, so it's not even shooting straight like this. So it makes it a little bit awkward, let me just say that. So really, you're gonna want him kind of just talking with the gun. And, you know, it's still cool. It's still very cool. It's just unfortunate. Look at that. So we can get some good poses. It's just not as great as we would have liked, right? So, still a cool figure. We'll definitely say that. And let's put him right over here. Or you know what? Let's put him over here so we can have Clayface rock it in a little bit, right? So, that looks super cool. Look at that. Let's zoom out. Boom! Alright! Last but not least, we have Martian Manhunter, and he's from the show, right? From Supergirl. So he definitely looks like this right here. Let's turn it around. And back here it says shapeshifter John's Martian Manhunter, the last son of Mars, is bound to his promise to protect Alex Danvers. Isn't that awesome? Looks super cool. Digging this. And yeah, this will have our last piece to build Clayface. So this one actually, I'm like, alright, let me see what I can do different so I don't tear the other one. Looks like these both get inserted here. So if I cut this tape and this tape, this tape and this tape, I should be able to pull this bad boy out this way without tearing it, and then pull this out. It's a little awkward, but you know, whatever. Maybe it'll be easier. I don't know. It was kind of, but not really. It was really awkward, I'll say that. But we pulled it out of the bottom, didn't tear it, so maybe it works. So check it out. We have the other arm, which is ginormous. Look at that. Boom. Super cool. Look at that. Look at this hand. Looks really awesome. Let's set that aside. And look at this. Wow, this is gonna... Doesn't that look crazy? Cool. And let's pop him on out of here. He's got a cape too. Whoa, this just popped off. So let's see. This, I guess, just shoves in here. So it looks like it's easy to just take out. I'm assuming it's supposed to be that easy to take out. Look, because it just popped right off. So interesting. Now I will say that I'm not a huge fan of necessarily how this looks from the show or whatever, and he probably wouldn't have bought this figure had we not needed the last piece for Clayface. But in any event, it's still a cool design, more or less. I don't like that the arms don't even come to 90-degree angles. That's very unfortunate. See, I can bend the arm there. It does this deal right here in almost the middle of the bicep, like Two-Face does. We do move at the waist. We do crunch. Man, he crunches tons. Look at that. It's actually kind of awkwardly crunches. And so, but it does crunch. And he's got good paint. Wow, he moves like this, like Clayface. I'm sorry, Two-Face. I keep saying both. And then we have a single joint here, movement here. So it's kind of odd how these two are this way and those three are that way. But anyway, in any event, it is different. I wish that we had the two joints at the knee, but we don't. And then of course we do have where this does go back and forth, but does not swivel or pivot. So looks okay. We do have two closed fists, and we do have two open hands. So we can switch those out. So at least we have some form of accessory. We can at least move the legs that would appear to be out a little bit. And we can set him up to straight chill right here, right? I'm not a huge fan of how that figure looks, but you know. And let's put this right here on him. Crazy, right? Alright, awesome. So let's move on to everyone's favorite part, the build a figure. This is Clayface, and let's move all of our parts right here. This is gonna be so great. Alright, what leg is this? Let's not put the wrong leg on the wrong side. Or the, you know. Let's see how this goes. Let's get the head right here. Let's get this. And it looks like, wow, it looks like this is gonna be so great. Alright, so let's see, let's start by putting this. That was easy. And look, his head's gonna be coming out the front instead of on the top. Let's see, this has to be the left leg, I'm so hoping. Alright, it doesn't say anything on here, but let's take a look at the picture real quick just to make sure I don't mess up. Where does he have his toes? Toes are over there, and this would be over here. Okay, cool. Let's do that. So pop this over here, right? Pop this over here. Alright, so his legs aren't so small because I forgot about that part. So That makes me happy. Wow, it's already huge. Look at that. Okay, so do we pop this in first, and does it matter? Don't know, but we're gonna pop it in first because it did matter on some of our Marvel Legends large ones. So this is just gonna shove right up in here. Boom. Look at that. And let's get this bad boy popped in right here. Oops. There we go. And so, wow, he's heavy altogether. And he does stand pretty well. Open this. Wow, look at this. Look how huge he is. He's enormous. So, just so you can see, look at this. Huge. I'm gonna put him back in just a minute, but let's take a look at him overall. This mouth moves. It's crazy. It swivels like this. It does not go up and down. He ab crunches slightly, which is kind of cool because he can definitely bend his arms. Not terribly wonderfully amazing, but like that. And he can look up, and he can definitely straighten these arms out, and look how huge and long they are. Look at that. So he looks great. He does have that unfortunate legs bowing out problem that our other figures had, but look how huge he is. You want to see how big he is compared to, for example, Monster Venom? Check that out. Side by side comparison. You want to see how big he is compared to, for example, our Hulk Buster. That would be an interesting fight, wouldn't it? Clayface versus Hulk Buster. So Hulk Buster is slightly bigger. Look at that. So that'll give you a basis for comparison. And if we put them next to our dudes over here, let's move her slightly. Let's move her slightly. And let's put Clayface right here in the middle. And yep, look at that. Doesn't that look incredible? So, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching us here today. We've had such a great time with you, and I can't wait to catch you next time on our next video. So, talk to us in the comments below. Let us know which one of these you like the most, and tell us what you think about this set. Oops, let me open this. So just, wicked. He's got bad breath though. Alright, and so guys, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to our channel already, please subscribe below. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so you can get notified every time we have a new video. So guys, until next time, thanks for watching Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G. Oh, and by the way, you might want to click on any of these videos too and see another great video. See you soon. Bye-bye.